Hello everyone, today we are going to take the last page in our lesson inversion. We are going to take no sooner, hardly and scarcely. Okay, we are going to read the answers, and from the answers we are going to pick out the rule. Okay, number one, he wants no sooner. If you want to know the meaning of no sooner, hardly, scarcely, and you are so curious to know the meaning, you have to look up for them in any dictionary. Okay, you have Oxford, okay, you have Cambridge dictionary, whatever. Number one, he received the message. He went to Paris. Two actions here in one sentence. Okay, we are going to start with no sooner. Had he. Starting with had he, that's we call inversion. Okay, inversion. Okay, no sooner had he. We invert, we switch. Okay, had first, then subject, then past participle, received the message, then he went to Paris. After then, sentence in past simple. Number two, the moment he came out of his hiding place, he was shot. Hardly, as no sooner. Okay, had he, hardly had he come out of his hiding place when he was shot. Okay, if you notice, when he was shot. Here, after when, we use sentence in past simple. He was shot. Okay? But if you see the difference between number one in no sooner and hardly in number two, in no sooner we use then, but in hardly we use when. And after both of them, past simple. Okay? Number three, scarcely. The same meaning of hardly and sooner. No sooner. Scarcely had Sammy found the money when he took it to the police. When plus the second sentence, he took it to the police. When plus past simple. As soon as Sammy found the money, he took it to the police. Scarcely had Sammy found the subject or the person in the middle between had and PP. Okay, the money when he took it to the police. Okay, number four, Marwa finished reading the letter, then she burst into tears. She cried hardly or heavily. No sooner had Marwa here subject, then past participle. Reading the letter, then she burst into tears. She started to cry very hard. Okay, number five, he read the book and then he left the room. Two actions here. We are going to start with hardly. Hardly had, scarcely had, no sooner had, then the subject. Scarcely had he examined past participle. In number five, hardly he read the book when he left the room. After when and then past simple. Okay. Number six, he examined the jewels. Then he found that they were good, original. Scarcely had he examined the jewels when he found that they were good. Okay, number seven, the last one, we need hardly. As soon as he arrived, then he did what? What is the second action? He demanded a meal. He ordered a meal. Hardly had he Hardly had he arrived when he demanded a meal. Shortly. The rules: hardly, scarcely, no sooner, plus had, plus subject, plus past participle. Okay? Hardly then followed with when, and after when, past simple, the second sentence. So as scarcely and hardly the same. Okay? But for no sooner, we have than. I want you really to focus on these rules and keep it in your mind. Don't confuse between them. Okay? Here is the answers. You can have a look at them many times and revise them more than once. Okay? Hardly had he read the book when he left the room. The one which is different, no sooner, it takes then, not when. Okay? And thank you for listening.